All right.
God, now we're just not Canadian.
Yeah. What just happened?
It's horrible. My Canadianism got removed from me.
Well, we're here, guys, so let's all get through this together and enjoy ourselves some lovely Dota. Already a couple wards placed down here as Nielsen's taking you for a cruise around the map. We're also joined today by the lovely Knoxville, so expect some stats to get going at some point here, and I'll do my best to pay attention to them, but you guys can just enjoy them in the chat when I undoubtedly miss them. And
wait a minute.
It's going to be great.
Undying has a sheesh? So does Black and Yellow. Oh,
hey,
come on.
right, actually.
North American teams are so uncreative. We're all just copying each other.
Got to get the bag, all right? don't hate the player.
You know, if they got that in right at the start, they'd be making bank. But I think nobody wants to buy them. It's like too late now.
All right, I'm here for NA Dota. And Luna is here for NA Dota. So yeah, off-lane Luna. Can't say I've seen this one making the rounds too much lately. Very interesting. Has an urn currently to start. And, I mean, I think he might just be playing 4, dude.
Oh, he's playing 4 and Vol's playing offlane. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe something like this would happen because Vol wasn't really a 4-player in the first place. He just plays anything. That's kind of what his shtick has been. Like, he's this incredibly high-skill, versatile player. I mean, it's literally his name. He goes by versatile sometimes. So, yeah, it's this makes a lot of sense to me. I think Vol's probably been practicing it in his pubs. He just has his profile completely private, so I wasn't able to see.
I will say I kind of hope we get a little bit of that like 3.5 action where like maybe Frugals get a little bit more farm than normal. I mean, he's already 4, so we know he tends to be like a little bit greedier on the Rubik and stuff. So I would like to see some bigger items on this Luna eventually.
I think that's definitely his style, and I also think that's generally the style for the Luna 4. Like, you get items on this hero, and good lord, that ultimate with the Agnum Scepter does so much damage. You can just solo carry and solo kill cores.
Now bottom lane, talked about the Spectre versus the Sanking. So far things looking not too bad. They're a little banged up over there on Saberlight Moon Meander, but Pingu going to try and just get some pulls, contesting with the Hoodwink, and I feel like this is a pretty damn good set for a Sanking.
Yeah,
if you're going to be happy.
If you're not feeding in the first couple of levels and getting dumpstered, that you feel really good on Sand King. His level 1 through 3 has... It's tough. It's not a good hero between level 1 through 3. You get really good once you have some levels in the Sandstorm, though.
Well, Frugos using the speed of the Luna to grab a courier up top there. Nicely done, but they're going to try and punish that by going on to Vol with the meta. And he'll just back away. I will say it's kind of funny that they're doing the classic move versus the tree at down bottom where you, of course, cut all the trees. Not as effective as it used to be because they grow back much faster, but it also hurts Hoodwink because, you kind of need those trees too. So a little bit more reliable on the Acorn shot, which is a bit rougher in the earlier levels, but of course it's worth it to ruin Pingu's time.
Dude, the tree synergies with Hoodwink are so strange. Like, have you played Timber Hoodwink? It's one of those things that feels like it should be awful, but it's pretty goddamn good because you just always have a tree to timber chain to. As long as you're careful and you're not cutting Hoodwink's trees when she's trying to stun somebody, it's genuinely pretty good. But tree and Hoodwink, another one of these weird kind of tree-based matchups.
I had a 3-hero Bushwhack get timber chained during one of the Eastern European matches. It was like a fresh 3-hero Bushwhack, and the timber like comes in to help, and they just start running away. You're like, oh no, bud,
I'm helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way she goes.
Oh, mid. Nice dodge there. Oh, Bryle a little bit early. Perhaps hoping to get a drag back there. And looking really good for Bryle. As this wave comes in, he's already 2 CS up.
Yeah, this definitely makes sense. You're a heavy physical damage hero against Ember. With that being said, Ember is not going to be... You don't have anything to peel through the Ember shield, so that's okay.
Got the big stats there from Nox. AA crushing it on the win rate in 7.29. It's not a huge surprise. Really started picking up at the end of Season 2 and then also did pretty well at the Major. The hero's just looking solid. Not able to get that Bushwhack either. Rusi's got the jukes. And Moomiander will grab the water rune too. So solid pressure on the runes here from Undying already.
Yeah, and the runes matter a lot with regards to anytime there's a spirit hero mid, especially when it's like a farming versus farming matchup, because both heroes want to just like spam their spells and go jungle, which this is a nice block here on the easy camp from the cut. They understand that Bryle just wants to farm the easy camp up, and so they've literally just blocked it with a sentry.
I feel
ward.
like that's getting more and more popular. You see it on both of the small camps in the mid lane now, because as you said, that's their whole goal, you know. And Mag even more reliant on that farming action than the Ember. At least the Ember has like rotation potential at level 6.
Yeah,
Bryle,
exactly.
I mean, he might be able to turn a gank with a TP or something, but making moves is not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, although you can just go farm the enemy.
Yeah, he's going to go steal his small campus. Meanwhile, up top, they are getting the chase down there. Dubu getting Lucent beamed up here, and Vol calculating, trying to find the angles. And, oh, with the illusion!
Oh, block. Okay, it doesn't matter.
That would have been
still
huge,
pretty
though.
cool.
Oh, he's going for the courier. Don't die first.
Okay, so...
I think he wanted to suicide to the tower anyway, right? Because, like, no
RP?
one's around, but... Oh,
nice cut! Dude, Rusi, that was sick. That was sick. I see you. I see you, big boy.
I find most of the newer heroes to be very annoying to play versus at first, but I actually love playing versus Hoodwink, because I think that's one of the best feelings in Dota is cutting that tree. You feel like a god whenever you do it.
It's one of those things that makes you question if more people did it, if more people knew how easy it was to do, would the hero still be picked and considered so good? It's one of those weird things where it's like it could trend where it's just bad because everybody's getting used to cutting the tree.
And what's interesting is that's usually a meta thing about heroes that happens when a certain counter pick occurs. Not necessarily such a specific like execution counterplay of just like, oh yo, just cut the tree. It's like any hero can do it. So if we got really good at it, it could just like murder this hero in one day.
True, and people are picking up more ranged quelling blades these days too, because it's just the highest damage item you can buy for even ranged heroes. So, oh, nice double spear, just for harass.
Value. All right, Frugas, this guy does not fear towers, and that's because he's got the backup coming. Oh, he missed. His slides have been so good this game defensively, but offensively, he can't get it to connect. Frugas still getting low, chasing and running off to the east, but it's really Tomato being chased under the tower that we care about. Flame Guard going through. Mumiander coming to try and help out here for Tomato, but will eventually go down. However, Vol caught under tower, just outside of the range. Very likely to go down here as well. There's an illusion in the back trying to block him off. Oh, he gets through. All right, still juking and jiving, but slowly going to fall. And we're all evened up here now at 2-2, as Tomato actually gets the final touch there. That was nice. So he'll get the kill with the illusion.
Still, I think you're really happy for if you're the cut, just because you've got a Spectre who's free farming bot. You have a tree who's taking some space mid. That was during a catapult wave, so the tower's at like 60% HP on the top lane. That was really good from the cut. Just what a great rotation. Rusi's doing quite well for his first game with this team.
Yeah, and they're right back on the pressure too. Bringing up 3 heroes right away. Vol trying to get level 6 so Frugas can give him a little bit of space here on the wave. They just want to threaten with the arena and see if they can bring them again. Also still holding that ward behind the tower too. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane to counter all this pressure and the fact that the Spectre's just alone, Saberlight's just pulling this to the camp. And catch up to his own Magnus. Sinking and Magnus really killing on the net worth right now. Pretty far ahead of some of these Radiant heroes.
Yeah, that's one issue with the cut lineup, is that they have a lot of pressure, but because the Luna's not their care. Oh, top lane, Dubu.
Yeah, that one looks free. He got speared just into a chase up of Bryle. The RP onto 2. Anyone else coming? Tomato, hurry! All right, Metas pop. Who we going for? They're opting for Frugas here. Still have another pullback there. Doesn't even need it. Bryle is just whopping down with the big hammer. As he's almost at 4,000 net worth. Vol's going back under the tower because Rusi's here. Bryle says, sorry, bud, you're on your own. And they're even going to haunt for this. He saw the writing on the wall. He just got out. So Tomato to fall. So it really comes in a little bit too late. Does hit the Burrow Strike here, though. But just wondering, like, I guess I'm just assigned to this tower now. And my Terrorblade, you're assigned to the junk.
And that means SMD can go bot and free farm down here because there's no Sand King anymore. It's just going to be a Hoodwink, so who cares? Yeah. And the cut's really impressing me. They're playing this really well. They're keeping the constant pressure up, just like you said. Like, they are not letting up for a second. And I think
Jeez, they're on them again. Saberlight's dusted inside his Sandstorm. Has to do the mini Burrow Strike to try and survive there. I think he thought another spell was coming out. And gets a hood delivered a bit too late. And, well, Dubu is... That's the worst feeling as a support, man. I'm coming to save you. They're just dead. You're stuck behind. And they have absolutely turned this top lane into a bloodbath. Now 6-3 in favor of the cut, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. I mean, I personally was not giving this team enough credit. They seem very comfortable. Rusi especially is kind of controlling the game right now, and it's not an easy lineup to do this into. You're playing against a team that is designed to outfarm you. Terrorblade Magnus, and it's the gold lead is even in a game where Undying, even if they're losing in kills, should be ahead based on these heroes. So this is looking really good for the cut so far.
There is one hero that is still pretty massive, though, and that is Bryle, coming up with another RP soon, and man, they're just going to keep it going. Slow pressure. Bryle's going to have to figure out, like, how much can I dedicate to, like, farming, because now my Terrorblade is assumedly going to take a lot of my jungle camps, because he's been forced out of lane, so my own acceleration is going to slow down, and they're going to try and create a chase down here from Saberlight. He actually doesn't go in aggressively, just gets Arena, starts with a Burrow Strike, into an Ice Blast. Bryle still lurking and waiting, but remember, there's no blink or anything here, so it's not like there's going to be some giant turnaround play as a snipe comes through. Get down, Mr. President. Pingu's got the living armor and also apparently the bulletproof armor, so dive in front of Vol.
The boy. That's a real support player right there.
It is, yeah. They just can't stop themselves.
They can't. If that was a core playing support, Vol would be dead right now.
Just diving as fast as possible out of that situation.
Absolutely.
Sentry ward up on the high ground there as they keep pressuring mid. Meanwhile, Pingu happily holding back that bottom lane here as Spectre is in the jungle. So not looking too bad. Great start. Looks like the Blade Mail might not actually already be done here as I don't see any other components.
Dude, Pingu's huge. He's level 7 on Tree and he's got maxed out living armor. He's just chilling in lanes, getting the solo XP.
Yeah.
He's loving life right now.
Every time I look at him, he's just by himself somewhere. I'm not sure. I feel like the farm spread isn't quite where you want it, but I guess part of that is that, like, obviously Frugos is 4 Luna, so like he has no glaive, so his own push is pretty bad. So that leaves Pingu as the only support that can do this that easily, and of course still has global helpfulness there with that living armor maxed out.
Yeah. Oh, Ruin spawns top. 3 mana.
Oh, okay, they're just guaranteeing it with the RP.
Wow.
Okay, so upside, they kill the Ember. Downside, that's a lot of big cooldowns in a game where it kind of feels like they need to get active a bit here to try and stymie some of this pressure.
It is true, but the issue with the Cuts lineup, on the other hand, is that even though they've been doing a great job pressuring, they don't exactly have great tower hitters. So it's not like it's the easiest thing to punish all of those abilities being down. You would need to go smoke and get a kill, and even if you get a kill, you might not end up getting a tower from that.
Yeah, that's true. Catapults are very easy to abuse on like the first tower, but the second one not so
much. Yeah,
not very straightforward. I mean, that's why they're also just like running their faces into this mid lane. I think 2 hero Burrow Strike while inside the arena. Long range Ice Blast is not going to connect here, and that's going to leave Saberlight his death. Haunt comes through. Rusi getting low though, jumping past Dubu. Oh, with the dodge, he's going to jump away. I think he's going to be fine. Rusi making the plays, balling back up, thinking about coming back in here with some help of living armor. Oh, perhaps he's found Moonmeander. He's trying to 100-0 him, but not going to be able to do it. He just goes down, and Moonmeander is going to be massive now, by the way. Well, that was great.
Yeah, that counts as a solo kill, so big,
that was like
big
1,000 XP!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Solo kills are so dank, dude. That is the only reason Pudge is remotely viable as a hero. It's like you solo kill some Crystal Maiden and you become relevant again. This has happened with Moon, except on a core and on a real hero.
From downtown, the Ice Blast hits. Sharpshooter's also back. Bushwhack into the charge up.
He's dead.
Oh, you just gotta sit there and wait for it.
Sharpshooter does so much damage, especially if you get a Veil, which he does have a Veil. But this Aghanim Scepter, Veil, plus Ethereal Blade, one-shotting people on Hoodwink is the most hilarious thing in Dota.
Yeah, I feel like we talk about damage amplification in terms of like picking multiple heroes that have it, but Hoodwink just feels like because of the raw amount of damage and the break and stuff, and you just go like Veil plus Eggs, like you do it all by yourself, which is pretty cool. So
It's true.
You know, some supports are like, it feels like you can get all your team fight from a single hero, and Hoodwink feels like you can just get all your pick off.
Yeah, all your damage essentially, yeah, and stuns as well. It's interesting because like there's this HP threshold in Dota where there just aren't enough items. There aren't enough item slots to have enough HP to survive it, you know. And Hoodwink does like that amount of damage. It's like 2,000 or something. Like no support's gonna have more HP than that.
Yeah,
even
course,
fully slotted.
When you have an AA, that now means every single hero in the game, core or support, is pretty much dead with this combo.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
They're trying to
SMD.
use their best detective clues here to find Mr. McDuck. Oh, well, they're going to run into a Pingu, so Treant doing Treant things with the living armor there. It's, you know, it's dead armor in this case when you throw your body in the way of the smoke gank, but nonetheless, it saves your Spectres, so mission successful.
He's chilling. He's chilling. I think you're cool with that as a 5. That once again, though, you know, looking at both of these lineups, it is becoming clear that Undying has the better farming, and there isn't anything from the cut to take towers and punish the fact that they're just farming, which is presumably why this last pick Sand King came out, is because they know that he's kind of the best hero right now in terms of holding towers. Like nobody picks Tinker, nobody picks Zeus, nobody picks these Keeper of the Light, you know, those sorts of heroes. It's like Sand King's the only one really for holding these tier 1s. And
I feel like Tide gets banned every second phase. So yeah, and easy play there. Brow grabs the kill. Man, they are getting murdered on these other 2 tier 1 towers. They really are just like throwing away their lead because they feel like it's their only play. So they're trying to get that pressure. And these defenses of the mid tier 1 have completely stalled out the progress for the COD here and really just put Undying in the driver's seat of this one.
I suppose, hypothetically, what the best play option probably is now and what it probably was before. In retrospect, of course, I was not thinking this until watching them run at these tier 1s mercilessly. Probably like smoke to this enemy triangle and try to kill Terrorblade and then put wards down and try to take it over. Because I don't think you're going to really get towers with the cut lineup, but you can constrict the map. You can get kills. But in order to prevent Undying from farming, you need to go to where they're farming and stop them from doing it.
It also feels like by having the Treant Protector, it's actually limiting some of the kills the cut can get because Undying aren't even bothering to stay at the towers. If they don't have TB with meta, they just leave because they know that the Treant's going to delay it anyway. So, of course, that leaves you to limited kill opportunities as they do grab a good kill opportunity in the mid lane as he's just by himself. Tries a haunt play there to maybe get some sort of an escape. And they're going to try a little bit of revenge here, too. Arena Spear. That'll pick up Bryle, but Saberlight comes through with the epicenter. Rusi, he's got one last jump. Oh, it's not far enough away. Gets Bro Strike there, into the bushwhack, chained up, into the cold feet as well. Oh, perhaps not, but still goes down there with Tomato to assist. And now, Tomato might even want to use this meta to push forward, but there's a few too many heroes left on the cut.
That's exactly what you said again. They're just like, you know, whatever. We're going to out-farm with these heroes that we have. We know that there's a tree, so pushing into them. All the cut can do is fight us. So what we're gonna do is just farm. But the cut,
they're gonna 3 hero smoked, yeah. And they have the Eclipse, but they don't have the Arena. This is a hard one to land. They're gonna miss the spear. That was it. That was our initiation. We don't have Overgrowth. We don't have Arena. What are we doing here, guys?
Boy.
You better figure out a new plan because you lost Frugos. You're gonna lose Pingu. You just better hope Vol gets out of here.
Man, I mean, the idea behind that play is really cool because you could see that Undying was not expecting it. Not at all. But with no blink on Vol, there's no easy way of jumping on top of either of those 2 heroes that they ran into there. Like, who initiates between Luna, Treant, and Mars without Arena? I don't see how they get on top of people. You'd have to get really lucky, get some angle where, like, you can come in and spear, and it's the perfect, like, lucky angle. But what are the chances that that's going to happen?
Even if they hit that spear, I don't know if they die. It's like, would have taken like so many Eclipse beams and everything too.
Sure.
Certainly an aggressive play. As we'll have a little jump up there from Rusi, the scan connecting. Both teams throwing out their scans here. So yeah, they have just been calmly farming it up. And now, if you want to run into this dire side, we have an Orchid ready on Bryle, heading in towards a BKB next. TV has the Mantha Dragon Lance. Sand King has Blink Hood almost bots. I do not envy any team that needs to fight these guys at a tower because it looks terrifying.
Yeah, they're big boys, and they're really comfortable on Undying going into the late game because of what we talked about during the draft with Ancient Apparition, with Terrorblade. Like, TB is going to win any 1v1 carry matchup, and then AA on top of that, it's another hero that makes you win any 1v1 carry matchup. So Spectre's never going to carry this game by going late against these heroes. You're going to have to be active if you're the cut.
They've actually assumed that the cut is going to defend bottom. Bryle TPing down here, waiting for someone to show. Saberlight kind of feigning some weakness, and now they're just going to send in Tomato with the Empower. So this will probably let the cut know they're all down here, and so to counter that, they're trying to make their rotation, but now they're smoking with Saberlight as the Blink Burrow Strike. No forward vision here, though, so the smoke pops. They need a ward. Oh, he gets an E5 throw up together. The 3-hero Burrow Strike. It's just the two of them together, though. How much damage they got? They're going to get Frugas. The Hawk comes through. Tengu able to survive, so despite the great initiation, only going to get 1 kill. But meanwhile, in the river, looks like we got an RP and an Orchid to get the kill onto Rusi. So Undying very happy with that invasion. And oh, the Bushwhack going to grab Pingu. Lumiander finds him in the trees. Of course, a safe spot to guess where a Treant player is. And down he goes.
And here's where the towers go down. You take a lead because your heroes farm better and the enemies can't push. And then you just run at them when they make mistakes. Pretty simple.
That was my first sheesh ever. How was it? I've never sheeshed before.
I've never sheeshed before. I'm not a great judge.
Right,
You know,
well,
kids
you
these
throw
days,
it out at some. I know. I'm trying to be hip with the times. So maybe sometime during this cast you could try a sheesh when it's appropriate. And
We'll
you know,
see. We'll see how I'm feeling.
It'll
about
be
it.
good.
It's not easy to stay hip with the kids these days.
You got to keep up there, bud. You know,
Yeah,
we got to
you
get
do.
ourselves some TikToks. Be real cool, real jive. I think they say.
You know, the kids aren't even using Instagram. What are they using?
Or is it
Drugs.
the gram? I can never remember. What are they using? That's a great question.
I don't know.
Probably just hanging out, playing Dota with their mate. That's what I would guess.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I
would
get-
agree.
get
That's
down
the
to.
most. That's the most hip thing that you can do, Trent.
That's true. Oh, well, I see some heroes grouping up on the Dire. They're smoking. Where are we going? Ooh, meanwhile, the Radiant, they have a ward and a smoke of their own. All right, what is our dream fight here for the cut? There's a haunt in 40 seconds, so the dream fight isn't for another 40 seconds. I feel like that's a pretty crucial part. A backstab coming through. All right, they're kind of lurking nearby. Unfortunately, their smoke is near to popping, and they're under a Dire obs. That could be bad. And there's the initiation. Oh, yeah, I think he's getting hit. Probably didn't even need it. Now Frugas coming through. Oh, the arena. 3 heroes. All right, let's go. Eclipse in 1 second. Frugas drop the big damage. Help the squad. It's a BKB Bryle. He's looking okay. The Eclipse comes through. Now the Epicenter. Another Blink Burrow Strike here onto Frugas. Bryle with the RP2. Got to try out Cat for the finish. Oh, even a Sunder on the Vol. Sure, why not? As the Essence Ring. Trying to survive here. See if he can pick up a kill on the way out. But looking unlikely as the supports will go down. But they're going to grab 4 kills right now. For the side of Undying as Pingu does escape into the river.
Dank escape by Pingu. He's like, please,
Huge.
don't kill me. Don't kill me. Yeah, that's a interesting positioning from the cut. You could see that they wanted to... Oh, they see him on a sentry.
Yeah.
They're faking it. They
No
were
one
faking it.
escapes.
Yeah. Yeah, Pingu...
Oh, and this DD is going to get a Roche too, perhaps?
Possibly.
Oh, they're faking it. Speaking of faking it, I mean, they're walking towards the Roche pit and they're like, you know what? I don't know. I feel like they're going to instantly like TP here and come Roche. Why don't we like take their Ancients and see if we can grab a free kill?
Yeah, cool idea. Maybe Spectre would walk up like after some Roche scan goes off, thinking like, oh, we need to contest this somehow.
Oh, it might be Frugas.
Oh,
what
there
a
he is.
classic, dude. You know, someone's going to come here, guys. They're going to think we've backed away. And Frugas will be the big sacrifice there.
Yeah, it's starting to get to the point where it's very difficult to fathom how the cut wins a single team fight as Vol.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
I think a team fight, you know, assumes you have all your players there too, which is hard
That's
to
true.
do when they keep dying.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough for them. Let's see. How do we fight if we're the cut? I think the last fight, if SMD didn't die, it was actually pretty well executed. They killed the supports of Undying first, and they used the overgrowth on Brow's BKB. That's about all you can ask for.
Yeah, and they, of course, like a big arena too. There was some pretty solid stuff. Meanwhile, Saberlight is just waiting for someone to show up here, pumping the epicenter in the tree line, but you will return to the Roche kill as they hand it off to Tomato. And there's
Scotty on
not
Tomato
anyone
now.
around by. Oh yeah, he's huge. As
They have got
Noxel
big
pointed out,
items.
he tends to have a huge percentage of the teams that were at the highest in the NADPC, with Envy coming second. Just you know, everything from my carry when it comes to Undying.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Because
I-
it
part of
wasn't
that
that
is
way
also-
in Season 1.
Yeah, I think part of that too is like it's so heavy with the 1 and the 2 for this team as well. Typically, right?
Yeah. Depending on the
Saberlight's
season.
just there. Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
he's
hero
chilling.
for sure too. Yeah, Saberlight's just like, I make space, I make plays.
Yeah,
Give
every
me the
game.
stun.
That's his life.
Well, before Luna, probably wishing they were in the draft before they picked this hero. Maybe trying to figure out something a little bit better as he's just throwing out lucid themes.
Is
Please.
Brow really? He's
Let
really
me
not
go.
willing to Orchid him? He just, dude, that's so BM. Is that he's saving the Orchid for somebody more useful,
Exactly.
like, valuable. Like that's
He's like, do it, try it, Rusi. Come on, try me.
that is BM. Where's the admins?
It's just respect, that's all it is.
Sure, sure. Respecting Rusi's play, of course.
That's what we go for around here.
Yeah.
Well, Undying at this point, crossing some T's, maybe gonna dot some I's, to the cool kids say, on the gram. But it's looking real good for them. The high hopes of the cut have been quickly dragged back to the reality of the situation here as they face a very tough ending to Game 1, potentially coming soon, and some hard thoughts heading into Game 2.
Radiant's middle tower.
Here I am
They-
writing them off. What am I doing? They have a Spectre, Jenkins. Anything's possible. See the Spectre? Oh no, it's a broken Spectre.
Oh no.
The break actually just kills you anyway, so.
Oh
Are you guys gonna play the game?
god. Oh man. How do you still spam Little Nick's chat wheel after kicking him? Come on,
true.
that's not cool. If I was Undying, I would spam that.
Yeah, that's actually the best option now for any of the teams in the qualifier versus the cut.
Absolutely.
That
they
one
are-
linger there.
They're falling apart, man. It's
Radiant's middle tower
you need
is under
you,
attack.
okay. If you can get Luna Ags, any fight is possible to win. It does
True.
a significant amount of damage. You can have 3 Scotties on Terrorblade, and if you lock down this guy isolated, he will die to the Luna Ags. Now the problem is, Froggus has no items and no gold. So,
He's got a point booster, Jenkins.
okay, sorry, he's got a quarter of an Ags. A bit over a quarter. Well,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, include that extra bit. We need that, all right? That's
Yes.
important right now.
we do. We really do.
Radiant's
Now,
middle tower
the question is, can Undying just start hitting
is under attack.
the barracks? Or they're going to take all the towers first. They're playing it safe.
Mm-hmm. I would say most certainly. They can just do whatever they want at this point. All right, we need some crazy, like, Blink Spear into Arena separating the rest of Undying so they can't help out Tomato. And then you refresh and spear him into your fountain. All right, perfect. Just do that, guys.
Refresh spears. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
That's how deep we need to dig in this game, I feel, you know?
It pains me that you're right. We need a refresher on Mars.
It's the only way.
It is literally the only way.
We gotta get him to the fountain.
I think we need a refresher on Luna Ags, too, in the
Yeah.
fountain.
You know, that one has actually saved me in a couple of games, I will say. The refresher shard on your, like, Luna who's way too far behind. It's like the only hero I actually want the refresher shard.
Yeah.
You know, help me out, Roche.
You can win games off of the Luna Ags. It does. Once again, talking about that HP threshold where, you know, you only have 6 slots. Oh, that's not so good.
It doesn't look like there's much HP on the Spectre, speaking of HP.
No, yeah, he is, you know, right at that 2,000 mark. And I think just about every Undying hero can kind of put you over that threshold, especially with Ancient Apparition. At this point, they have a lot of items.
Middle tower is under
Are there any 2 heroes on the Undying that could not kill Spectre in a 2v1?
No,
I actually
I
don't think there
I
is.
don't think there are.
Yeah, I think actually any 2 of these heroes can just kill your Spectre, which is a bit of a problem.
has fallen.
As the Burrow Strike comes through, catching Vol deep in his base, just trying to prep and set up for the dream fight. But it's a Nightmare instead. It's Undying who kick things off, grab a couple easy kills. The arena comes out just for his death, but the Ice Blast flies through as well to catch Brucey. And they're just standing inside your own arena, taking down your buildings. And they're trying to find a solution. Vol comes in, he blinks into a Burrow Strike by the looks of it there. And he's gone. There's a Sunder. Tomato helping out him, and that's a GG. And I don't blame them. Haunt, dance around, destroy my eardrum. Sure, why not? But it's Undying who absolutely destroy game 1 after a promising first couple minutes there for the cut where it seemed like they could grab a bit of momentum in this one. Their plan stalled